pedestrians around like schools and parks and stuff, but that's like very few and far between. Again, if I wanted to drive to the park, it'd be 10 minutes. If I wanted to go to the local park to play soccer or to run or to walk, or 10 minutes, bro. I don't know if it's extremely hard to wrap your head around that, but yeah. I remember in Germany there was like a local playground and pretty fields and stuff. People would do community activities. But I also stayed in a small town. I think in the cities up here in Hamburg or something. It's not like that, but yeah. That's what almost a century of corn oil companies lobbying does to urban planning. True. It's crazy that we have a word for just like bribing. Like, they call it lobbying. It's literally just bribing. Almost 100 years of bribing. Look at the US, man. If you're interested by the history behind this, I recommend the Not Just Bikes YouTube channel. Is that talking about walkable cities? You know, I actually like big cities. I really liked Chicago, where my sister stayed. Like, me personally. I don't think it'd be good for Marie. I don't think it'd be good, like, for my sister. But I personally, the internet was really good. I could walk to the store to get groceries. Like, there was an Aldi within walking distance. I'm just saying, bro. I could work from home. Get some work from home fucking office job with my generic bachelor's. Fucking stream the time I'm not working. Walk to Aldi. Maybe another, there's a gym probably in walking distance as well. You know what I mean? Boom, I'm set. What else do I need in life? Me personally. So I would probably like the city. Also, I like talking to strangers. You don't pick up a Twitch streaming hobby if you don't like talking to strangers. Well, some people do. Some people just say, ooh, I can make money playing video games. Or, I'm here talking to strangers. I say that, but we haven't really seen any strangers today. We had one new chatter, but that was Dazzle. They were Classicus community members, so I've talked to them a bunch in Classicus's chat. So it wasn't exactly a stranger, but I digress. We surpassed the good capitalism, entered capitalism. True. Yeah, right. It's not even supply and demand. People are just holding money. That's it. And they have no reason not to hold it. It literally benefits them to hold it because of interest rates and stuff like that. I like living in the quiet country, unbothered, only driving for necessities or events. Hence Tesla. Charge up for $6 once a week. Really? What, are you kidding? Is it really that cheap? Because I probably get gas, I'd say 1 to 2 times a week, and I'm spending like 15 to 25 bucks per trip. Most of these people are also delusional. Delulu is the Solulu, dude. True. Yeah, if you charge at home, you get about 300 miles for $5 to $7. That's crazy. So you just had to, pay to get like a hookup in your garage or something? Ideally, I'd like to live in the outskirts of a major city, having a quiet enough area to live in, but also relatively close to all services I need. I like walkable, dude. I like not owning a car. And then in the event I want to go somewhere, right? I Uber, or rather I shuttle. Like if you need to go to the airport, they also have shuttles that you can buy. Like you don't have to Uber, but you know what I mean? Like, something like that. Does it affect your electricity bill? $5 to $7 worth. I think that's where that number's coming from. The voices, yeah. Icy's like, guys, what are we talking about? We're not talking about fun stuff. We're just talking. What is this? Political chat? Yeah, true, man. Yeah, true, man. Home charge is 400 bucks, and if you have someone install it, if you don't know how, which varies by. Okay, cool. So there's of course, but that's like a part of getting the car. I wouldn't even count that as like upkeep, you know? It would pay for itself after a few years. Because gas alone, I would already like surpass. you know, the amount you're spending, right? In like a few months. Ooh, a Blight. Hey, buddy. Ooh, a big old swing for the boys. Thank you. Ooh, I shouldn't have dropped that. Is it faster just to brake? I think it is. Whoa, 33K. Dude, my Marie's mother-in-law's boyfriend literally just bought a new Volkswagen, like gas, for 30K. Like literally, like he like just bought it. So only 33K for a Tesla. I mean, that's a lot of ups. It makes make sense, bro. Dude, okay, why are we invocating and not saving? What has this Hadi been doing this whole time? Oh, good double back. I think I died to that, actually. Dude, this Hadi is just walking. Wait, she's literally next to the hook. Okay, there's the invocation, but like too little too late. Also, invocation's definitely not worth it for what, 2 gens? That's not worth it at all. Silly question. Tesla's mostly bought new. I know it's going to rent cars are bought used. Yeah, because the new ones are only slightly better than the used ones. They hold their value too well for the used to be worth it. Usually, I see. They're the one you get new or used. It sounds used, yeah. 33K. I charge at home almost exclusively. I don't notice the extra. Really? Dude, let's go, Trev. I've been driving electric a long time. Nice, man. What kind of electric do you have? Is it also a Tesla? Because I know you're in Tennessee, so I don't know how many more options you would have. Oh yeah? Is Helsinki like a really nice public transportation area? Though I read CEO Elon is shitting on their value depreciation now. Mine is new the rock nice. Oh nice, you got a 2025 or is it 2026 now? Because you bought it in 2025. Like usually they like the models are like a year ahead or some shit. Sorry, we buried your message. Wait, what? Oh, thank you for resending. Ideally, I'd like to live in the outskirts of a... Oh, yeah. Yeah. What is Helsinki? The capital of Finland. Okay. So it's just got like a ton of public transport. The capital of North Carolina, Raleigh, you have to drive. You have to drive. There is a train to Raleigh. I actually took the train recently in November 2024 to go visit my cousin and his husband. And we stayed there for like 4 days. And yeah, it was like no different than taking a plane. Except it took like 3 hours. I think in the future, if we go to Raleigh, we're just gonna drive. Like we took a train, it took 3 hours. The drive's 3 hours. So all I did was not have to drive. That was the only benefit. And then if you think about how much like the tickets cost and the time spent, like it was more expensive. Because if I drove, I probably could have got there faster. You know what I mean? So. And then if we're talking about the capital of the United States of America, Washington, D.C., that place is probably one of the shittiest places I've ever visited in my life. That place is terrible. You have to drive. And there's like a couple like federal buildings, but if you're like just going around Washington, D.C., not near the Capitol and shit, it's like easily the worst place I've ever visited. Worse than Baltimore, worse than Chicago, worse than Manhattan, worse than New Jersey, worse than, definitely worse than Germany. Germany's fucking great, by the way. But dude, DC is so dog shit. Worse than Florida. Like, DC is easily the worst place I've visited in the US. Do not recommend. And that's the capital of the country, by the way. That's the capital, bro. We had a plug-in hybrid Ford C-Max in the Bolt previous. Nice, dude. See, it's some Ford electricals. Are they full electric or, like, hybrid? I think you said they're full electric. A Chevy Bolt. Dude, look at you with your American cars. This guy's American. If I recall correctly, the public transportation's pretty good around the center of the city and the train station, but according to my friend who lives there, it starts getting worse the further you get away from the center. Okay. Helsinki-wise, well, I mean, Helsinki's been pretty close to being pretty palmed. I think if we're talking about general quality of life and, like, walkable cities and whatnot, Helsinki makes Norway sound really nice. I love Germany, Baden-Württemberg specifically, not like Frankfurt. Frankfurt was kind of trash. But Baden-Württemberg and the town we stayed in Ottersbach and like Sinsheim and stuff, those places were amazing. If anything, Ottersbach was like the dream small town. Like, you know, the everybody knows your name. And everyone's like a community. That's how Ottersbach felt. It's the first time in my life I've actually felt community. And like, I've lived in neighborhoods and like suburbs my whole life. And like Ottersbach was like the wow, like you walk the street and people are like, hey buddy, hey there. Like, actually everyone is friendly and helps each other. It's so sweet. But yeah. And we went out to eat at so many different places, like, or like, sorry, not out to eat, but like eating with different families. Like, it was just nice, dude. Also, these Germans, bro, they just be hanging out for hours and hours. They just be hanging out, bro. Also, it's Helsinki, not Helsinki. Helsinki. Thank you. You know, there's a pretty significant need for it. Mostly NIMBYs. Is that a slur, bro? And people who want to keep street parking plentiful are resisting the addition of bike lanes and tram lines. Oh. DC sucks. I think it being the capital is why it sucks. You think so? I would think it being the capital should make it like beautiful and stuff. So the capital of Russia is Petersburg, right? Am I thinking correctly? Petersburg? I've heard that place is gorgeous. I've heard that Moscow. Oh, okay. Petersburg's just like a pretty town. Okay. I don't know about Moscow, but I've heard like Petersburg is like beautiful. I mean, there are pretty places in the US. They're just definitely not the capital, right? Is he just waiting at the window? He's just waiting there. I was like, how have my allies not gotten picked up? Why is he so laggy, bro? Did you hear the delay between the stun? Ooh, thank you, baby tree. Thank you, baby tree. Baby tree, that's enough for me. You got it? It's an acronym for not in my backyard. NIMBYs. Not in my backyard. I've never heard this term. What kind of person is a NIMBY? Not in my backyard. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got, Sag. When you're not the wealthiest generation, Sag. When the wealthiest generation can work at McDonald's and own a house, Sag. No, I'm super blessed. But yeah. Fuck, man. Can I sit my bev? Oh, big ol' swing, man. Oh my god! So this guy actually wasn't bad at all, but he's choosing to let everyone go. That seems to be a trend of low MMR. They want to keep low MMR themselves. They didn't do a full 8K, though. They were slugging people haphazardly. Why were they doing that? Yo, we love watching rock. What up, Pisces? Speaking of pretty cities, Helsinki actually is building new apartments across the street from the ones that were built in the early 1900s. They're actually keeping the exterior walls in the same decorated style as the old buildings are. Let's go, dude. We have those are called historical districts in the U.S. where we try to we keep them built how they were as a historic. I live really close to a historical district in my town. We actually used to live like in the historical district. Our townhouse was like it used to be like a school or something, or like a classroom or something like that. It's something like that. It's right next to the courthouse and such. So you don't get beautiful old decorated buildings next to concrete, steel, and glass behemoths. Real. That's cool, dude. I like the historical district in my town. I think Justin could vouch for it as well. It's actually really bad because near the courthouse there's like a huge Hooverville, or rather like a village of homeless people. So it makes downtown very dangerous. The businesses there get broken into and stuff. But like downtown itself is like pretty. Maybe it's just lacking in the policing, which is weird. There's a lacking of policing next to the courthouse. Isn't that odd? Isn't that an odd statement? But I digress. Marie actually almost got robbed in front of a fucking thrift store in downtown. Shit's crazy. But it's a historical district. The buildings are really pretty. There's like sidewalks. There's a post office. It's walkable. There's just not as many businesses because of the crime and the homeless people that threaten the area. But that's a bigger problem than, you know, anything else, right? Why are there homeless people here? Maybe because we don't decriminalize drugs and rehabilitate people?